welcome back. Today we've got another Blu-ray and DVD update, and I feel like this pile is kind of large for the in shot, so let me break it down a bit. Whew, okay, that's hopefully a bit better. So yes, I'm very excited to do this update because there's quite a few movies I'm really excited to talk with you guys about and see whether you've seen them and things like that. I haven't watched all of these yet, but I have watched quite a few of them in consideration to some of the past updates I used to do, but now I'm trying to watch as I get them, but that also means that I fall behind on watching some of the older movies I haven't watched yet. But anyway, let's just jump right into it. As always, we'll start out with 3D Blu-rays, and firstly I have Penguins of Madagascar. I still need to do a review on this. I will do one soon, I promise, and I really enjoyed this. It was fun. It kind of wasn't as great as some of the DreamWorks movies of the past, couple of years, but I still enjoyed it. The penguins were funny. It definitely had some funny moments. And the octopus as the villain, I was like, but he was okay. He again had some good jokes. But the 3D on this one, the 3D in this was great. But yeah, I definitely want to talk a bit more in depth about that at a future point soon. The next one is The Hobbit, of course, Battle 5 Armies 3D. Now, I've only had time, because this came out on Monday, and I've had the busiest week this week, so I've only had time to watch half of the movie, because the 3D is in 2 discs, so I thought, I've got time to watch 1 disc, and I just didn't have time to watch the whole thing, so I think I'm going to watch the rest tonight. I'm so excited to see it, and the 3D on this is so spectacular. It looks fantastic. But yeah, again, I'll do a full review and discussion on this one. But yeah, I'm excited to finish watching that. Now just onto the normal Blu-rays. I have Interstellar. Wow, this movie, I did a whole review discussion on it, but I really enjoyed this, and it's kept in my mind ever since. I will be watching it again very soon, and this is the the digibook. Let's see if I can. The digibook type of one, which again I've got an unboxing of, so if you want to have a little look inside it. But yes, so that movie, I mean, everyone has been saying great things about it, and I definitely was not disappointed. The next one is Night at the Museum 3, Secret of the Tomb. This one I really enjoyed as well, and I think it's my favourite of the bunch of the 3 movies. I liked that it was set in London. I liked that it had Rebel Wilson. It was really sad to kind of see one of Robin Williams' final moments on screen. But again, I've got a review and discussion of this one as well. But yes, I did really enjoy it. The next one I have is Paddington. It seems like ages ago now since this came out, but I guess it's been a little while since I've done an update. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I've watched this one twice. I haven't watched any of the others multiple times yet. I've watched this one twice, and it's just so cute. I watched it kind of twice in the same week, and I'll definitely watch it again. I feel like it's such a rewatchable, cute movie. But yeah, I really enjoyed this. If you haven't seen Paddington, I definitely think it's worth checking out. But again, I have a full review of this one. I'm doing well with the reviews right now. Yeah, so Paddington is really cute. You should definitely watch that. The next one I have is Tinkerbell and the Legend of the Never Beast. This one I will be doing a review of after this video, I think. So I haven't done a review of it yet, but I do want to do a review on it. It's very different, I feel, than the other Tinkerbell movies. This is the 6th installment to Tinkerbell, and I really enjoyed it. But I have so many things to say on it that I kind of want to save my thoughts for the review. But yeah, I'm also going to do a Tinkerbell best to worst type of thing soon, because I don't know, I just feel like this one's such an interesting one to add, and I think it might be the last one, so that's kind of sad if they're not going to do any more. And I do again have more thoughts on that, of how they left it, but anyway, I'll get into that in another video. Okay, so the next Blu-ray we have, I have not seen yet, and it is Freebirds. This is an animation movie that came out a little while ago, and I picked it up just because of kind of the voice cast. We've got Owen Wilson, Woody Harrelson and Amy Poehler, and I was like, yes, that sounds like a great voice cast. I will pick this one up and kind of just see what it's like. I feel like it's going to be just an average animation movie, but I'm still looking forward to it, and hopefully I will enjoy that, so I'll watch that soon. Now we've got TV shows. So the first TV show I have here is Dexter Season 3. I've had Season 1 and 2 of the show for so long, and I hadn't picked up Season 3. And so yeah, I don't know where I'd got up to on Season 2, when it was such a long time ago that you watched it, you couldn't remember. So I'm kind of watching it again, but some parts I'm like, oh yeah, and it keeps coming back to me, I'm like, oh yeah, I've definitely seen this episode and stuff. But yeah, so then I'm really getting back into it, and then I will watch Season 3, which I definitely haven't seen any of, so I'm really excited to watch Season 3 and see where that goes and stuff. And of course, there's 7 seasons, and they're finished now, so I want to kind of catch up on those. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to watching this one. The next TV show on the list I'm super excited about, and I did a first impressions video, but it'll be up next week because I kind of did it to upload lots of way, and it is Gilmore Girls Season 1. I am so excited about the show. I've watched a few episodes already, and I'm really enjoying it so far. I'd never seen it before, but I definitely heard people talking about it and stuff. So yeah, I was super excited to pick up the first season of that one. The next one is Moon Boy, and I have watched the whole thing of this now. There's only 6 episodes anyway, but yes, I really enjoyed this. It was so funny and so cute, and it's definitely one of those shows that you could rewatch as well. It's about this Irish family and this boy and his imaginary friend, and it's just really cute. I did first impressions of this one as well, when I just watched, I think I'd only watched 1 episode, and yeah, I really enjoyed the whole thing, so I definitely recommend Moon Boy if you haven't seen it. There's now 3 seasons, I believe, released on DVD, so yes, I definitely want to pick up the other seasons of this, because it was just such a fun time and a really cute show. I whizzed right through that. The next one I have is The Moaning of Life, which is a new kind of Carl, well not new, but newer Carl Pilkington type of thing. I've got and watched all the Idiot Abroads, and I love Idiot Abroad, and I've only watched 1 episode of this so far, and I did enjoy it, but I feel like I'm not going to enjoy it quite as much as Idiot Abroad, but I definitely need to continue watching it. I don't know how many. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 episodes, so it's not super long. I watched the episode on marriage, but yeah, Carl Pilkington is just really funny, and he goes and travels around and looks at different things, and it's great. I love his opinion. So yes, those are all the TV shows. Now just onto the DVDs. The first one I loved, and that is St. Vincent. I've watched this twice. I watched it I think twice in the same week when I got it, and I want to watch it again really soon. I absolutely love this movie. If you haven't seen it or heard of it, definitely just look it up and check it out. It's such a fun, fantastic, uplifting but heartfelt movie. I just love this. And if you don't like Melissa McCarthy, I know some people it's kind of a bit hit or miss with her. She definitely plays a different character in this. She's quite toned down. So if you're not a fan of her, don't worry. But if you are a fan of her, you'll still like her in this. She's just not as eccentric as some of the other roles. But yeah, Bill Murray is great in this. He's hilarious. So yeah, I love St. Vincent. I definitely recommend you check it out. The next one I haven't watched yet, and it is Out of the Furnace. I only got this a couple of days ago, so I just haven't had a chance to watch it yet. But yeah, I definitely love to know your thoughts on this one. When this came out, I was kind of really looking forward to it, but decided to hold off on picking it up. Then I've really heard some mixed things. I'm looking forward to watching this and seeing, you know, what I think of it and my own opinions and stuff. But yeah, I haven't seen it yet. But you know, we've got Christian Bale and Woody Harrelson, and there's some other people in here that I think are really great that I've seen other things. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. I'll watch that soon. The next one I also haven't seen, and it is My Old Lady, which is kind of a newer film about, what's his name? What's this guy? Who is he? Well, it's got Maggie Smith and this guy's name I forget, and he basically goes to Paris, and my mum's watched this. She really enjoyed it. I need to watch it because, I don't know, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's just going to be a sweet, kind of nice little movie, but yes, I haven't really seen that one yet. The next one I have seen, and is Ride Along. This movie is just kind of like a silly buddy cop movie, but I actually found myself really enjoying it. I will talk about it more in a What I've Watched video, whichever is my next one. But yeah, I just found myself really enjoying it. I kind of thought, okay, I'm going to kind of just, well, I wanted to watch it just for, you know, an easy watch type of thing. I like to have those kind of movies, but I kind of thought, when I got it and looked more into it, I thought, am I actually going to enjoy this? But no, I really did, and I'd watch it again as well. It was just fun times. Yeah, so I found myself really enjoying it, and there was definitely some surprises in the movie, which is weird because it's just supposed to be a kind of silly comedy, but I was like, ooh. Yeah, so I really enjoyed Ride Along, actually. The next one I've got is Insidious Chapter 2, which I've also seen. My thoughts on this one, I don't know. Basically, I've seen Insidious, the first one, quite a few times, and I really enjoy it apart from the end. This one definitely isn't as scary, but the storyline is really interesting. And then there's this whole time travel bit, which relates back to the first one, which I really enjoyed. So I think I ended up giving this movie 4 stars, just for the fact that it was so interesting, and the storyline was really great, in my opinion, and I really liked kind of how it all came together and the plot and everything. But as for a horror movie, it didn't really have any scares, but it was very interesting, and I did enjoy it, so that's that one. The next one is Parkland, and I've also seen this as well, and this movie is obviously about the assassination of JFK. It was such an interesting movie, but I only really recently watched it, so I'm not really sure how to share my thoughts on it yet, but it was just such an interesting movie about the events that happened, and it looked at it from all the different all the different directions of it. Is that what I'm trying to say? You know, the actual shooting and who did it, and the family of the people who, you know, were related to the guy who shot him, and you know, it had, what's his name? The guy, oh gosh, he's got a crazy name, that's the problem. He was filming the incident, and it kind of looked at his life and how it affected him, and then of course the people at Parkland who dealt with JFK coming into it. Anyway, it just dealt with it in all different aspects of it, and I thought it was really interesting. If you are interested in anything like that and haven't seen this movie, I definitely recommend it. But again, I'm not sure how exactly close to oh my gosh, my words are completely going. Accurate it is, because I mean, I obviously know about JFK and bits and bobs in here and there, but not being American, I don't know heavily about the details and stuff, so, but you know, at the end, of course, it does that whole, this person is this, and this person this, shows you some real facts and real images and stuff, which I always appreciate with true story ones. But yeah, anyway, I really enjoyed it. It was definitely very interesting, especially considering not knowing huge amounts about it. I definitely felt like I learned quite a bit and got an insight into these other people who were involved, but yeah, I really enjoyed that one. The next one I haven't seen yet, and it is The Mortal Instruments, City of Bones. Of course, this is based off of a book series. I think a lot of people who read the books don't like this movie, but I haven't read the books, so hopefully I'll just enjoy the movie for what it is. Plus, it has Lily Collins in, and I'm really enjoying movies with her in lately, so I'm looking forward to watching that one. This next one I also haven't seen, and it is Locke with Tom Hardy. I'm really looking forward to this movie, but then I've kind of then since heard some bad things, and I don't know. So I was like, yeah, I'm really excited about this, and then I heard some things, so I was like, oh. So yeah, I've had it for a little bit now, and just haven't kind of got around to putting it in. But yeah, hopefully I'll enjoy it, because I'm definitely really looking forward to that one. The next one I have is Las Vegas. I've wanted this movie for a really, really long time, and I will watch it really soon. I only just recently got it, so I'm really looking forward to watching this one. It just looks like it's going to be a fun time. I might even watch this one later when I watch The Hobbit, if I have the time to watch the rest half of The Hobbit and another film. I might go with this one because it just looks like it'll be funny and sweet. So yeah, if you've seen that, let me know your thoughts on it. The next one is kind of just a random little one, and it is The Wild Stallion. I've wanted this movie for a really long time because I love movies about horses, and this girl, Miranda Cosgrove, was out of iCarly, and I used to love iCarly, and you know, yada yada yada. So I was like, yes, I want to pick up this movie. It was on my wish list for ages, and I was like, yes, I will buy this movie, this nice little horse movie. So hopefully it'll just be okay. You know, it's just probably a low budget family movie, but I'm looking forward to it. The next one I've got is Cinderella, A Twist in Time, which is the third animated Cinderella movie. Now, I know some people hate the Disney sequels. I don't really mind them. This one, I've got the second one, and I've obviously got the first one, but I've never seen this one, so I'm really kind of interested, especially with the new live-action Cinderella movie coming out. It kind of piqued my interest again. I was like, oh yeah, I should get the third one to that. So yes, that's that one. The next one is That Awkward Moment. I found myself really, really enjoying this movie. After watching Bad Neighbours, I know but you know, it's Zac Efron. After watching Bad Neighbours, I was like, when I'd bought this one as well, and then watched Bad Neighbours, and was kind of really disappointed in that. And I was like, oh no, is it going to be another one of those movies? Because you know, it's got I don't know why I decided, because it had Zac Efron in it, it's going to be another. But no. This one I really enjoyed, and I felt like it was a lot better of a movie, and I don't know, I just had a great time watching it. I definitely want to rewatch this one. It was nothing fantastic, but it was just enjoyable, and also Zac Efron was in Parkland, and I thought he was great in that too. So yeah, I've been surprised with him of these two movies, but yeah, I enjoyed this one. The next one I've got is August Osage County. This one was very interesting. It's got a lot, you know, it's got a great casting. I kind of feel like I've got a lot to say on this one, so I'm going to save it for my what I've watched video. But I enjoyed it overall. I gave it 4 stars. The storyline was interesting. It was very dialogue heavy though, but I personally really quite enjoyed it. It was just very bizarre. It was about this weird family and their family problems, and it was very strange, but it was really enjoyable. But again, I'll talk about it more in a what I've watched video. The next one I loved, and it was Stuck in Love. This movie I thought was fantastic. I want to watch it again very soon because I just had such a fun time watching it, and I did a whole what video was it? Underrated movies video when I mentioned this one as well, because I definitely think it's very underrated and I very much enjoyed it. You know, we've got Lily Collins again, we've got what's his name, Greg Kinnear, Jennifer Connelly, Logan Lerman, Kristen Bell, Nat Wolff, is he the one out of Fault in Our Stars? I don't know, but this movie is great. If you kind of have any interest in it at all, I definitely recommend it because I really, really, really enjoyed this one. It's definitely been one of my favourites I've watched recently. Okay, so the next one I've got here is another Melissa McCarthy one, and it is Tammy. I know a lot of people don't enjoy this movie, but I kind of just thought it was a fun time. I went in expecting to hate it, but I found like some of the jokes were actually really funny. Some of the jokes did fall flat, but some of them were actually really funny in my opinion. So yeah, I ended up enjoying this one. It was just kind of okay. I enjoyed it. I had a fun time with it. It kind of does what it says on the tin. It's one of those movies, but I would watch it again. If I need a laugh, I feel like this movie would give me a laugh. So yeah, that's Tammy. The next one I haven't seen yet, and it is Arthur and Mike with Emily Blunt and Colin Firth. I believe like this is called something different in the US. I think the name is different, and it was only recently released here on DVD. But yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this one. I've heard quite bad things. But for me personally, I feel like the storyline seems interesting. I've heard a lot of people say, you know, it's not funny, but I didn't expect it to be a comedy. I kind of expected it to be more of a drama about this man's life who's kind of trying to escape his life. I don't know, it sounded really interesting to me, so I'll have to find out my thoughts on that one soon. And the final two, I should have switched them around so as not to leave it on a bad note, but the final two movies I watched and didn't really enjoy, but again, I won't go into that too much, and it is The World's End. I was just kind of really disappointed in this movie, unfortunately, whereas I love Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz, which are the other two in the Cornetto trilogy. And as for other movies with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, I really love Paul. I think it's great. But this one just really disappointed me. I think I was expecting a bit too much of it, and I just kind of was like, oh, I'm a bit disappointed. So, yeah, that's a bit of a shame. And the next one that, again, I was a bit disappointed with was RoboCop, the new one. Yeah, I did kind of like a movie night type of thing video when I talked about this, and I just kind of, I don't know, I just kind of didn't really enjoy it. I just can't remember why now. The movie has honestly kind of left my brain. I did a whole video and talked about it, but I just didn't really enjoy that one. So yeah, that was a bit of a negative note to leave things on. I'm sorry about that. We had some great movies, and then at the end I'm just like, yeah, these two movies I didn't really like. But yes, so that is my Blu-ray DVD update for, what is it, April, end of April. Let me know down in the comments below if you have seen any of these, and hopefully I will do another one of these soon. If you like these, thumbs the video up so then I know. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Goodbye!